Hey there, welcome to Ben's Eco Adventure and welcome to a quick kind of random video about why you shouldn't buy cheap furnace filters. Let's talk about it. So I have here two furnace filters of the same size. One on my right, on your left is the name brand option. And the other one here is a, not a knockoff, but a non-official furnace filter. So the most obvious thing you might notice is that they don't look exactly the same. Now these both have a similar filtering efficiency, but I'm going to talk about here why this cheap one actually ends up costing you more money. A lot of furnaces actually will adjust their airflow depending on what's called static pressure. And basically what that means is the amount of restriction there is in the ductwork, in the way your house is set up and how far everything has to go. And a big factor in that is actually the filter itself. Now, I know there's a lot of different schools of thought out in the HVAC world. Some folks think that the only filter you should get is one of those super cheap fiberglass filters, and those do actually have very low static pressure. The problem with that is it doesn't really do the job that you want it to, and that's filter out dust and pollen and pet dander and anything else that you might have floating around in the air. So for me, I've chosen a very high-end filter. It's a MERV 16 filter, which is very, very good. But the equivalent filter that's not the name brand is actually only MERV 15. But what I discovered is that I'm going to put up on the screen here my home energy monitor, looking at the usage, the electrical usage of the furnace fan between the two filters. And there's a noticeable difference. The energy usage I'm showing for the name brand filter is actually with it dirty, like I'm about to replace it. So it's got a year's worth of dust and everything else in there. And so it's obviously going to have more restriction because it's captured so much stuff. The energy usage I'll show for the not name brand filter is brand new. So it has barely anything in it. And yet the electricity usage is so much higher. So I calculated out, and this is very rough math, so take it for what you will, but the not name brand furnace filter actually will end up costing about $10 extra a month in electricity usage compared to the name brand. And the difference in cost between the two filters is not that dramatic, especially given that these big ones should last a whole year. So it doesn't actually make any financial sense to buy the cheap filter. And that's to say nothing of the fact that when you have higher static pressure, that puts more wear and tear on your HVAC system. So it is good to have as low a static pressure as you can reasonably have, because that, all other things being equal, will help your equipment last longer. So there you go. Pretty short, quick video, and I hope you found it informative. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe and consider giving it a thumbs up. It really helps out. Thanks for watching.